Hello, I'm Darren Bontes and welcome to Lazygamer TV. This week we're having a look at 2011's most overlooked games. Those gems that were left to gather dust on the shelves. We've got another great prize to give away, this time courtesy of BT Games.
On with it! Yes! Get on with it!
Get on with it!
At number 5 we have Shadows of the Damned.
Oh, fudge! What am I talking about? This is what caused those tremors! It's a melody of death!
What happens when you team up two of the most revered video game developers in Japan, Suda51 and Shinji Mikami? You get one of the most unapologetically crass and disturbing shooter games ever made. While it may enjoy its adult content and innuendo-laden humor a little too much, don't forget that Shadows of the Damned is still a well-polished game with a lot of heart to it. Taking the best bits of a machismo-laden action film, injecting even more adrenaline into it, and then giving the final product a big honking gun and some Mexican flavor, Shadows of the Damned is a game that dives headfirst into its grindhouse roots and comes out guns a-blazing in the end.
At number 4, Captain America Super Soldier.
We face the gravest threat the world's ever known. We'll face it with the greatest hero the world's ever seen.
Captain America Super Soldier is one of those rare games based on films, and the fact that for once it's not actually a terrible tie-in. While some may find the further exploits of the Star-Spangled Avengers sometimes creatively lacking, the Captain America title still maintains an air of fun and excitement, using some tried and tested gameplay that borrows a few moves from a certain caped crusader. A challenging experience with some excellent combat, Captain America Super Soldier is still a fun title that sets a higher standard for licensed games based on superhero films.
Number 3 we have Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine.
They're after the experimental device. If I die, I must keep the device out of enemy hands.
The orcs have massacred the Forge World's forces.
This whole planet has gone mad. Captain Titus, are you there?
Are you a fan of intergalactic war and manly action? Then Space Marine might just be the game that you have been searching for. A third-person shooter that manages to balance both fan service for the fans of Warhammer while remaining accessible enough for newcomers. Space Marine was a cockney goblin blasting funfair when it launched last year. Preferring not to beat around the bush with its subject matter, Space Marine instead tossed out any irrelevant exposition for more action. It bucked recent cover-based shooting genre trends for a more gung-ho approach, jumping into the action with a chainsaw sword in one hand and a machine gun in the other, getting right into the thick of the action. With free DLC having been released that expands the online action greatly, the time has never been better to jump into some hulking power armor to blast away the opposition.
At number 2 we have El Shaddai Ascension of the Metatron.
Tempted by mankind, the corrupted angels fled from the heavens to create their own utopia on earth. But as the wrath of God threatens to destroy humanity, a mortal returns to earth to reclaim the souls of the fallen.
If there's one vital aspect missing out in the gaming process today, it's got to be the courage necessary to try and create something different with the end product. El Shaddai Ascension of the Metatron is just such a game, as it mixes some majestic visuals with some truly intriguing gameplay. Like a guitar, El Shaddai is easy to learn and difficult to master, but the rewards in doing so are rich indeed. Sometimes a little dated in its combat mechanics, El Shaddai is still a fun title that has mesmerizing visuals and is certain to be looked back at fondly in later years.
And the number 1 most overlooked game of 2011 is Rayman Origins.
With the gaming industry always exploring new genre avenues and methods of gameplay, it's easy to lose sight of the games that made us want to play away the hours in the first place. Rayman Origins is one such game that goes straight back to its roots, presenting some classic platforming action that's polished gameplay, quirky visuals and some new features all of its own. An inventive and whimsical title, Origins is great fun to play on your own, but even better when you invite some friends around to take part in the 4-player co-op. A love letter to the past of gaming. You can't call yourself a gamer if you haven't given this title a shot already.
But wait, there's more. We may have seen the top 5 games that were overlooked in 2011, but thanks to the awesome guys at BT Games, we've got something just for you. It's an Assassin's Creed hamper.
Thanks to the fantastic crew over at BT Games, we have a little something just for you guys. If you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, then feast your eyes on this prize that South Africa's #1 gaming retailer has provided. It's an Assassin's Creed hamper consisting of a t-shirt, poster, Brotherhood novel, and most importantly, the Assassin's Creed Encyclopedia. It's a tomb of indispensable knowledge that cannot be found locally, and is as rare as an apple of Eden. To win it, all you have to do is comment below and tell us which game of 2011 you thought was the most overlooked title out there. Easy as that, so get to it guys. In the meantime, don't forget to check out the BT Games website for more fantastic deals, specials and pre-order bonuses.